I'm here at Cedar Creek Orchard, just outside of Picton, west of Sydney. It's an amazing day. I've come out to this farm specifically because I hear they grow persimmons, an ingredient I've used my whole career, but they're not really well known. And I'm here to see Mark and Damien and talk about apples, persimmons, but I think they've got a whole lot more going on out here, so come and check it out. So, Mark, we're here at your orchard, and I hear there's a bit of a family affair. You've got your three boys out here.
Yep.
And your father planted the first apple tree.
He did. My grandfather bought the farm in 1937.
Wow.
So it was a poultry farm originally, and Dad decided in his wisdom that he didn't want to collect eggs. So he planted his first trees in the late 40s, early 50s. We grew a lot of apples in the day, but there's a problem with planting new apples on old apple ground. The tree never does very well, so we had to diversify into peaches and nectarines.
Okay.
So every time we pushed out old, non-productive trees, we planted peaches and nectarines or something else.
Yeah, right, okay.
So now we're growing, we've got about 17,000 peach and nectarine trees.
Wow.
Only about 4,500 apples.
Oh, wow, so they've taken over.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And nearly 9,000 persimmon trees. So.
Okay, beautiful. And the persimmons, you get the best, the best money for. You're actually the pick of the litter, are they?
We do, actually. The persimmons are always our bring-you-back crop.
And now you're doing juices as well. I can hear the juicer going over there in the shed.
Yep,
and one of your boys is in there producing all the juice.
Yep, we make 100% pure apple juice, no added sugar, no water, no preservatives. We pasteurise it so it's shelf-stable.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a good product.
This is awesome. Cedar Creek Orchard.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful part of the world. So that's why I'm guessing you couldn't escape. That's why you're still
Yeah,
here. Did you try to escape? Did you come back?
I think we all love it. We all end up coming back. I always thought I'd be off doing something else. I wanted to be a pilot when I was younger, actually.
Yeah, wow.
And ended up finishing studying and not sure exactly what I wanted to do. So came back to the orchard and, yeah, was staying here part-time just to get a bit of money and then fell in love again. I've got a couple of young kids as well, so we'll see. No pressure, but, it's such a great place to be. And I grew up here as well, so I'm really glad that the kids can enjoy the orchard as they grow up, and we'll see what happens when they're looking for a job. I'll see if I want to.
But farms are always twisting and turning with different economies and different ideas, and I saw the juicer just heaving in there. Tell me about that. Is that something you've always done? Is that something you brought in, or...?
Yeah, well, my grandfather was actually the one that really helped us make that a permanent part of the business because he built the machine that we're using today. So originally it just started as an opportunistic decision because we got hit with a hailstorm. And so when we couldn't sell the apples direct because of all the marking from the hail, we ended up needing to make some juice.
Yes, I think juice, it's something that we all have in our lives every day. We see it on the supermarket shelves, but you never really think of the process it takes to get it there.
Yeah, well, we like our juice. We're pretty proud of it. We did 12,500 litres this morning, and so we make a lot of it, and we try and just keep it nice and fresh. So there's no added sugars, colours, flavours, preservatives in our juice.
And so it seems like you got it pretty dialed in because peaches are November, December.
Peaches and nectarines, November, December, January.
January. Persimmons are...
Oh, well, then we got apples.
Oh, apples.
Apples in February, March, a bit of April. And then persimmons are April, May, and if we've got a big crop, into June.
Oh, wow. And then you can reset and do all the juicing and everything in your downtime, is it?
We make the juice about 42 weeks a year, so...
So no rest.
No rest. No rest.
That's a farmer's life, isn't it?
It is. When we're not in production, we've got to obviously do all the pruning. We've got to plant new trees. We've got to reinvigorate the farm.
And then lots of your fruit, it's pick your own as well. So
it is.
So customers can come out here and
Yeah.
grab a bucket and come out and pick their own.
Yeah, we run Pick Your Own pretty much from November till this year, June. It's become a real family-orientated activity.
Yeah, because I think that's what we want the most. We want our kids to know, you know, it just doesn't come from, you know, a can or a bottle, or we
Yeah.
want to know where it really comes from, the work that goes into it and the passion and, you know, the generations that make it happen for us.
I'm third generation, my son Damien's fourth.
Wow. So, well, hopefully I can do the name proud, and maybe we'll grab a couple of persimmons and grab a couple of apples, and I'll try to whip something up for you.
Sounds good.
Okay, let's go. Now it's my time to shine. We've got some persimmons we picked. I guess, you know, people at home might not be too familiar with persimmons. I've always used them, cooking Asian food, lots of Chinese, we use them as well. Even in California, used a lot in the kitchen there.
Yep.
I thought I might just do a really simple salad to show everyone, if you do see persimmons in the supermarket or at your local farm, pick them up and give this recipe a go. What I might do first, I got a really nice pomegranate as well.
Yep.
That'll add some really great flavour. So I'm just gonna cut this right in half. And this could be a cool little demo for everyone at home as well. So what I will get you to do, if you wanna just flip it over like this, give it a bash,
Keep on pounding it.
and then you can actually even squeeze it a little bit, loosen them up like that. And then you can just keep hitting them out like that.
Yep.
If you want to just do that for me, and I'll get started. So while you're doing that, I'm just going to cut some of these shallots, and I'm going to make a little vinaigrette with some Squeaky Gate balsamic vinegar and some extra virgin olive oil. So I'm just going to go straight into a bowl. So do you cook much at home? Do you get in the kitchen?
Very, very little, actually.
Oh, really?
I wouldn't call it. I'm good on a barbecue.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
I think I've got most of them.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good.
Is that enough?
Looks good. Yeah, that's heaps. That's plenty. Do you want to just pass me a little bit of balsamic first?
Something, there you go.
Thank you. So I'm just going to really just marinate these sliced shallots and a little bit of olive oil. Perfect. Do you eat much persimmon here on the farm? Do you...
In the season, yeah, I generally have one a day, but I just pick one off the tree.
And just eat it like fruit, yeah?
Munch on it like an apple.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's good for people to know that as well. End of the season, so they're a little bit soft,
Yeah.
but then they're super crunchy as well. But I think both are good eating, you know?
Yeah.
This is like really much more sweet, more jam-like, and then crunchy. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of salt, give these a good mix, just like that. Yeah, I always find persimmon nice in salads, especially, that's why I've called this one sweet and bitter, because I like to match the sweetness
Yep.
with a nice bitter green.
Yep.
Set this aside now. And the bitter green we're going to use today is the Radicchio. Maybe I'll cut the base for you. And if you just want to just peel off some of those leaves into the bowl. And this is super simple, really nice produce, just letting it shine, balancing it out. And we'll slice some of these persimmons now. So you just pop off the top like that, just like you're gonna core it. So I'm just gonna slice these into kind of chunks. This is how I've served it in the restaurant. And I'm just gonna add all this persimmon to the bowl. And I'll give you a look at home inside, what it looks like. So it's got these beautiful, almost veins running through it. And you can see just when it ripens, how beautiful and sweet it gets. So there's a lot of texture in this salad anyway, with the Radicchio. So these later season ripe ones actually will go quite well. Might just add a little bit more olive oil to that. So have you seen the persimmons become more popular since you've started growing?
I have. We planted many, many years ago with the aim of export. And we were only exporting because no one knew what a persimmon was. But now the demographics of Australia have changed and demand for persimmons have actually escalated to a point where it's not worth our while exporting anymore.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's awesome.
The persimmons are when they're in their prime are great on a cheese platter.
Ah, yeah, okay,
They pair very well with cheeses.
All of our dressing has coated our radicchia, so I'm just going to start to lay it in the serving plate, just with some persimmon in there as well. So this could go as a shared salad, or this would just be really nice by itself. And then we'll get some of that shallot in there. And it's just balancing all the sweetness of that persimmon. Where do you see the farm going in the future?
I can see us planting more persimmons, renewing all of our peach and nectarine trees, but the place that I see this farm in the future is tourism. I see markets, I see pick your own, I see weddings, a destination.
Absolutely.
I think Cedar Creek should become a destination.
Well, it's so beautiful. You know, the beautiful green and the hills behind us. It's really nice. Any other support that you need kind of moving forward and growing that tourism, growing that farm, growing that dream?
When we were doing it tough financially, we went to Rabobank. And Rabobank has been our partner for, it'd have to be at least 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah, been very helpful for us.
Can't wait to see how far and how big you grow.
Thank you.
So I'm just going to add a bit of these pomegranates to top of the salad, a little bit more flavour, a little bit more texture, a little bit more zing. And then I've just got a few walnuts, if you'd like to pass those over, on top. And this is a dish, you know, anyone could put together. If you don't have, you know, radicchia, you can just use normal lettuce, you can use rocket, you can mix it up. But this dish can go on the dinner table, can go with anything, Asian, Italian, Greek, Mediterranean. This is our sweet and bitter persimmon salad.